Okay, today is the optional review video on 6.1 to 6.4. And remember, the last few days we've been solving systems. A system is when there are more than one equation in the same variables. And we learned three methods to solve. We learned solving by graphing, we learned solving by substitution, and we learned solving by elimination. And today's is going to be cool because we're doing the same problem. So 1, 2, and 3, they're exactly the same problem, but we're going to be doing it by all three methods to show you that they all always work. And then if this was on a test, I wonder which method you guys would have chose to solve it. Okay, so number one, solve by graphing. We have to get y alone first. All right, so on this one, to get y alone, we have to minus the x, and then we're left with negative y equals, I'm going to switch the order, negative x plus 2. And then to officially get y alone, Hart method, we have to divide everything by negative 1. And we finally end up with y equals a negative is a positive x, and a 2 divided by negative 1 is a negative 2. So here's our first line we're going to graph. All right, and then the second line to graph, if we want to get y alone, all we have to do is minus the x over, and then y is alone. So this one, y is going to be, I'm going to rewrite it, switch the order, negative x plus 4. Okay, so let's graph our two lines and let's see where they cross, and that's the answer. So this one we're going to start at negative 2, and then the slope is 1 over 1. So up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. If I were you guys on the review, I would be doing this on my own and then just check the answer later. Okay, line 2, we're going to begin at y equals 4, and the slope is negative 1 over 1. So I could go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right, there it is. Wherever they cross, that's your answer. And then let's just write it as an ordered pair. So I would say the answer for this one is 3, 1. All right, so that's solved by graphing. Now let's do the same problem by substitution and see how that goes. So in order to use substitution, you have to get one variable alone and positive. And you have lots of choices here. So you're going to pick one variable to get alone and positive. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get the first x. And to get it alone and positive, I'm going to have to add the y to the other side. Okay, so this one was not really set up for substitution. But if you want to do it, x is going to be 2 plus y. And now that we have x's substitution, wherever we see x in the other equation, we can replace it with its sub. Okay, so in the other equation, let's say that x got tired. We're going to take x out, and we're going to replace it by 2 plus y. Okay, so the 2 plus y is going to go into x, and then I'm just going to copy the rest of the problem. Maybe you guys want that in parentheses. Okay, so we made a substitution. And now it's just, there's nothing to distribute, so we can jump straight to adding like terms. So it's going to be 2 plus 2y equals 4. And then we can draw the wall and solve. Okay, so if we draw the wall, minus 2, we get 2y equals 2. Divide by 2, we get y equals 1. And then substitution's really easy to plug back in. I would plug it back into this guy. And x is just going to be 2 plus y, but y is 1. So 2 plus 1, which is just 3, right? So x is 3. And then, as always, for a system, write your answer as an ordered pair. x comma y, so the final answer is 3 comma 1. And look at that, same answer as we got for the first one. Remember? 3 comma 1, 3 comma 1. All right, and lastly is elimination, and this one was born to be an elimination problem, because what do you perfectly have already? You already have y's opposite, exact opposites. -1 and +1y are already perfect opposites, so we are already ready to add like terms. 1x plus 1x is 2x. -y plus y eliminates, and then 2 plus 4 is 6. Oh my gosh, this one was perfect for elimination. Divide by 2, x is 3. Look at that, we already got x. And then you guys have to pick an equation to plug it in and solve. I'm going to do, I think the second one might be a little bit easier. I'm going to plug in 3 for x into the second equation. So if I plug it in, I get 3 plus y equals 4. And then if I draw the wall and solve, -3 minus 3, very simply we get y equals 1. All right, so final answer, x comma y, 3 comma 1. And again, notice that is the same answer that we got for substitution and graphing. All right, so on the test, we are going to make you show you can do all the methods, and then there'll be a part where you can pick. So it's nice to know what method works best by the type of problem. All right, thanks for watching.